Welcome to this Skill Builder session on changing solution strengths. In this session, we'll be looking at how to decrease or increase the strength of a solution. Please note that the method covered here only relates to percentage strengths, volume in volume, and weight in weight. The session is intended primarily for biology, chemistry, and pharmacy students. In the first example, we're going to look at how to reduce the strength of a solution. In this case, how much diluent we need to add to 100 milliliters of a 10% solution to reduce its strength to 4%. In order to perform this calculation, we're going to use C1 times V1 equals C2 times V2 to calculate the equivalent volumes of the 10% and 4% solutions. Hence, 10% times 100 milliliters is going to be equal to 4% times X milliliters. To simplify, we can then cancel the percentages. Rearranging, this gives us a value of X of 10 times 100 divided by 4, which will give us a final equivalent volume of 250 milliliters. Next, we need to subtract the original volume from the new volume in order to calculate the volume of diluent to add. 250 milliliters minus 100 milliliters gives us a final volume of diluent to add of 150 milliliters. Pause the video here and, using the same method, calculate the correct answer to the question. Once you've finished, resume the video to check your answer. In the second example, we're going to look at how to increase the strength of a solution. In this case, how much ingredient we should add to 100 milliliters of a 10% solution in order to increase its strength to 20%. As before, we're going to use C1 times V1 equals C2 times V2 to calculate the equivalent volume, but this time with an important difference. When increasing the strength of a solution, we need to use the percentage of the base, not the ingredient. Hence, C1 times V1 becomes 90 times 100, 90 being the percentage base in the 10% solution, while C2 V2 becomes 80% times X, 80 being the percentage of base in the 20% solution. We can now rearrange for X being equal to 90 times 100 all over 80, giving us an equivalent volume of 112.5 milliliters. Next, we need to subtract the original volume from the new volume in order to calculate the volume of ingredient to add. 112.5 milliliters minus 100 milliliters to give us a final volume of ingredient to add of 12.5 milliliters. Pause the video here and, using the same method, calculate the correct answer to the question. Once you've finished, resume the video to check your answer. Thank you for watching this Skill Builder session on changing solution strengths. If you'd like to follow up on any of the topics covered, please follow the QR code to book a one-to-one appointment with either a student learning advisor or, for support with more advanced topics, our Maths and Stats clinic.